Okay, tonight we're going to be working on the dually, but we're going to be working on my spotlight. This thing stopped working on me, and I thought that the HID was the failure, but I was just playing with it, and it did come on. So now it won't come back on again. So I don't know if I got a loose wire or something bad, dirty wire or something in there. I gotta pull it apart and check it out. I think I'm gonna try to put these 55 watt ballasts in there, right there, that I was gonna use for my headlights, but that ain't gonna work out. So let's see if they fit in there. This is a glass light with a steel housing. So the heat isn't going to do anything to this. This is actually, I made this up. This is a regular, like an off-road light. It's a Blazer, I guess is what the brand name is. Just a cheap light. Takes an H3 bulb, I think is what it is. Just a standard H3 bulb. And what I did was I made this adapter here, and it's nothing pretty. I think I'm going to address that tonight too. Either going to try to make this one better or make a new one. I kind of just threw this together quick to give the HID a test run to see if it was even going to work. I had no clue if it was going to work, so I didn't want to spend a lot of time making this, making an adapter here in case it was a failure. Another issue you can see I'm having is there's water. You see that water in there? And I think that's killing the ballasts on my HID lights. So I got to figure out some way to have like a hole in here. There was a hole here where the wires went through, and I sealed that up, siliconed that on, and sealed the light up good. But apparently I sealed the light up too good, and now there's with the heat of the HID, it's causing moisture to build up. So I'm gonna have to probably drill a hole down here somewhere so it can have some moisture escape out of this thing, I guess. So I'm going to start by taking the lens off and seeing if I got a dirty connection or something there. Okay, with the light out, you can see here how this works. This is the power wire, and it goes on to this top pole right here, like this. And there's your power wire. And the ground wire is right here on the base of the light. You can see it's pretty cruddy in there. And so basically the power goes into the light, and the light base is the ground for these spotlights. That's how they work. And you can see I got the HIDs just spliced into it. Power wire, negative wire, and the ballast is right here, and I'm suspecting the ballast is bad. Or actually, I'm going to clean this ground off in there, see if that'll get it working again. Try a new ballast, see what happens. Well, I guess that moisture is wrecking the ballast, is what's happening. This is the 55 watt ballast. I'm not sure that's going to fit in this housing, but okay, with this light off, you can see my adapter, how I made it there. It's got a slot in it. And that slot lines up with this. You can see it's kind of got a slot there. And this is the ground, this is the power. And you can kind of see that a little better too. This is the screw that holds the light on and holds the ground together. They are very, very simple lights. So I guess now I found out that the ballast is bad because there's so much moisture buildup happening in this light. So somehow I got to get a hole so I can get the moisture out and not make sure moisture doesn't get into the light. And I have to try to make this look a little better. Okay, so I got my bracket here debulkified, so it's smaller than it was. Got all my parts that I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint this thing black while I got it apart here. Got everything off, everything taped up that I don't want to get painted. You see, got my hole there, my door, my gasket. My lights right here. And I believe I'm ready to start painting this. I got them scuffed. I don't know if I said that or not, but this is chrome, not easy stuff to paint. But this is what I got to work with. So I just scuff it up real good and then spray it with some good paint. I'm going to use some Rust-Oleum Industrial and shoot this. Kind of debating whether I should go gloss or satin. I don't know. I guess you have to wait and see what I decide. Okay. Getting them painted here, the pieces. Got some pieces here, got some pieces over here hanging. And I got my other piece over here, right there. Last coat of paint. Gonna give them the night to dry. Okay, so next day, paint should be cured. I got my bracket screwed onto my door, and I gotta reassemble the light onto the door here. I got a couple of pieces. This is the shaft that actually goes on to the light there. Normally you don't take this off, but because of the light I have here, there's a permanently mounted deal right here. This is a light I got off eBay, used one. I think this is for like a Crown Vic or something, but I gotta slide this in from the inside, and then I gotta slide this piece. This has got to be slid into that piece up to there. You can see the line. You gotta make sure it's seated all the way, otherwise your switch won't work. I'll set you up and show you how I'm gonna do this. I may have to repaint this in the future, but once you let it dry so long, you've got to wait a few days to actually reshoot that. So I'm going to have to reshoot that probably some other time. But I'm going to get to assembling this and get her on the truck. Putting a little grease on that so it turns better. I also put some lithium grease in here, so. I'll slide this in here. And of course my bushing's trying to push out. I'll push that back in when I put the light on. Okay, here's the base. Hopefully you're getting that in the shot. This is going to slide through here. Like I said, normally you don't take this apart like this And you got to push this onto that shaft there. I'm trying not to push on my new paint. And I'm getting grease everywhere. Yeah, it's got to go in further. You have to use a vice grip. I have to use a vice grip to hold on to this because I don't see any other way. There we go. Just feed it down. Hopefully I didn't get too much grease all over my new paint. Tighten down my handle. Tighten up this screw here. Okay. Handle don't really feel the best, but it is a used spotlight. Hook up my ground. And the nut that holds the light on. Look at my power wire. And the 55-watt valve ain't gonna fit in there. Surprise, surprise. tighten the screw here because it's too loose. You gotta have some resistance so it don't just fall over. Gotta hold itself up. Get my trim rings. That's how you set up a spotlight. Oh, there she be, guys. A black HID spotlight. The only thing clean on my truck right now. Oh, that was actually the only thing that was chrome on my truck. Just never did get around to painting it until now, but she's painted now, guys, so you can stop bugging me about it. Maybe we'll go outside. I'll show you the difference. I'll turn the S10 one on and then turn this one on, and you can see the difference between the standard spotlight and the HID spotlight. It's pretty significant. Okay, just for a little comparison, I got my dually parked here. I'm in my S10 right now. I'm going to show you the standard spotlight. It's pretty good. I mean, it adds a lot of light. I'm going to switch over to the dually now, and we'll see what that looks like. Okay, I'm in the dually. I'll fire up the HID spotlight. You can see it does take a little longer for it to brighten up, but you can see there's really no comparison between the two. I mean, I'll do a flip-flop here while they're on, pointing at the same spot in the shop there, and you can tell the difference. Yeah, I got it working. It's black. I'm happy. So I guess this project's done. A lot of people give me flack for having a spotlight on my truck, but if you've ever had one and you can point the light wherever you need it, it's I mean, it is nice. It is really nice. So, you know, my truck is a work truck, it's not a show truck. I keep saying that. So it is what it is, I guess.